Hey everybody, and welcome back to another lecture with Coding with Roby. And in this lecture, we're going to be creating our add-to-do.html page. The first thing we need to do is head over to our templates directory and create a new HTML called add-to-do. Now inside our add-to-do, I'm going to delete all of the pre-generated code. And now a lot of the code is going to remain the same between add-to-do and home.html. The first thing we need to do, and I'm going to close all this so we can see better, is everything that's above the container we need to grab and paste into our add-to-do, and everything under the container we need to grab and paste underneath the original thing we posted. So now automatically we're going to get the HTML files. We're going to have our header, which is going to say to do app, already predefined with our CSS and our scripts at the bottom with our JavaScript and our nav bar. And the way I was able to minimize and maximize this line is in PyCharm. There's a little line that dictates this div, and everything inside this div is what's associated with the home.html. Now that we created our add-to-do's pretty much template, we now need to create its div container that's going to hold all of its information. So let's start by saying div with a class of container. And inside here, I'm going to say div class card. And inside the card div, I'm going to create another div of card header with inside make a new to do. Now outside the card header, but still inside the card div, let's create another div of card body. And inside the card body, we're going to create a form, which is going to be where we submit our new to-dos in the future. And I'm going to remove the action for now. And now inside the form, we need a div, which is going to be a form group. With a label that's equal to title, and an input that's required that has type text, class form control, and its name is title. And required means that the browser will not allow you to submit the form unless this field input is filled out. And now under this div, I'm going to create another div of form group. With a label of description. And a text area of class form control over 3 rows with the name description and also required. And now one more div, which is going to be equal to class form group as well. With a label of priority. And we're going to say select. And we're going to make sure the name is priority and the class is form control. And inside the select, which is going to be a drop-down list, we need 5 different options, all 1 through 5. And now after this div of form control, but still inside the form, we need to create a button that will submit the form, which is going to have a type of submit with a class of button space button dash primary. And we're going to say add new to do. All right, so let's save this file. Let's jump back into our todos.py file, and let's just make sure this test site is going to render our add to do.html and not our home.html. Render up our server. Open up our web application and refresh the page. And voila, we see we have a make a new to do with a nav bar with a title, description, and a priority list that has a drop down menu of 1 through 5 and an add new to do button. Again, the add new to do buttons don't work, and if these are blank, everything just says please fill out because we made all the fields required. Also, if we right click and inspect, this will also be a responsive web application that shrinks to the size of the screen, with the hamburger that drops down and shows the navigation items. This wraps up the Add to Do HTML page, and I will see you in the next video.